everybody, today I'll be showing you the floating egg demonstration. My name is Madison Francis and let's get into it. So I used pink salt for this experiment because we didn't have any regular salt at home and I didn't really want to go to the store, didn't really feel like I had the time for that. So we have pink salt, at least you can differentiate. Here we got our regular water, here we have our salt water, here we have salt water that's not quite salty enough. So this was completely full. I used the whole thing to get this one, almost the whole thing to get this one to work, and then I used whatever is left to try and work this one. You can see, I don't know if you can see from the video right now, but this one is a little lighter than the salt water one here, so it might not work so well. So I'm gonna show you guys these ones first, and then we might make some adjustments to this one to show how this experiment should run. So we need, beyond the salt, creating our salt water, and then our regular, have a whole bunch of water, we also need 3 eggs. So I got 3 eggs. So we're gonna see what happens when we put these eggs into these different kinds of water. What do you think is going to happen when I put the egg in the regular water? Well, let's see. It just sinks to the bottom. Wah, wah. So we'll try the next egg in the salt water. What do you think is going to happen in this one? Probably still going to sink. You know, that's what happens when eggs are put in water. I don't know. Let's see. So the egg is floating at the top. I don't know if you can see it. I can maybe spin it around or something. If you can see it on the edge there, it's just floating up to the top. Yeah, push it. But yes, anyways, it floats. I hope you can, yeah, you should be able to see that. Okay, so for this one, I don't think we have enough salt for it to work because this is dependent on its density, which we'll talk about later. But let's see. Yeah, see, it still sinks to the bottom. It's not dense enough. There's not enough salt in there for it to work. So what we're gonna do, bear with me for a moment. I'm gonna take out this egg, a floating at the top egg. And we're gonna put some of this guy into here. We're gonna mix them together. So it's a little more dense. Ooh, oh no, I'm making a mess. This is why we wear, I should be wearing gloves, but it's just water, so we'll be safe. But if you're doing an experiment, make sure to always wear your gloves, lab coat, goggles, everything. So I'm just gonna mix this so that all the salt mixes in with our water here. And let's see if it works this time. Let's see if we have enough. The colors look about the same now, so I'm hoping we got this. All right. So we're gonna take this egg, I'm gonna put it in and see what happens. Yep, so it is, it's kind of floating. If we put one in the original, it'll still float. Yeah, so it still floats in this one. So I'm going to use the one that we originally used as the third one, since it's floating there, to demonstrate this last little part where it's gonna float towards the middle. I guess it's kind of already in the middle because it's at the top. So I will be right back. I forgot a little thing we need, which is more water. All right, got my handy dandy water bottle, and we are going to slowly add some water to this solution and see what happens. As you can see, the egg is still floating, but it's not floating all the way to the top. I'm hoping you can see that. I'll turn it around. it's not swimming around. The egg isn't turning around. I'm hoping from your side, yeah, you can see it. So you can see it's in the middle instead of the top, and this is because of a variety of factors. So let's talk about why everything happened here. This revolves around density, which is mass divided by volume, or essentially how compact something is. So in this one, our egg's density is greater than the density of the water, so it sinks to the bottom. But when we use the salt water that was very compact with all that salt, that density now of the water is more than the egg, which allows it to float to the top. And then in this one, we still had it floating to the top in the salt water, but as we added more of the regular water, they didn't quite mix together, so you have the egg still floating on top of that denser salt water, but under the water that is less dense than the egg, the regular water we added. So then the egg winds up floating in the middle due to its density compared to the different waters. Yeah, that's essentially it. A really cool, interesting science fact for you, and hopefully in the class you will get to try this on your own. Thanks for watching.